Welcome to another edition of Mr. Walker's podcast with your host, Mr. Walker, my co-host, Juice. We back again. We ain't get canceled yet, you know.
We ain't gonna never get canceled.
It's cold than a motherfucker outside. I hope you niggas is bundling up. This weather is weird. It's rain. When it's not raining, it's fucking 35 degrees. This shit bananas. And working in this shit, I feel for any of those construction, if it's any construction going on, especially on the highways or anything, I feel for you people, men and women, because there are some women out there that's doing those type of jobs. So keep your head up, grind, get that paper, you know, and live your life to the fullest. But with that being said, how's your week going, champ?
Before I tell you that, I'm gonna shout out some people too. Shout out to the 10th Mountain Division, United States Army. All those boys that's sitting out there in foxholes, because I used to sleep in 10-degree weather. 10-degree weather. But other than that, my week was alright. It was cool. Not too bad. My team fucking lost Sunday, but I don't know. See if we make the playoffs.
My week was great. I got to sit in on some deep conversations this week. One of them happened to be real interesting. What if, this is some of the conversation that was going on. What if your baby, your newborn, was switched out at the hospital, and 10 years later, the baby that you have, that you've been growing with in life, is not yours, and your biological baby is with someone else? What would you do?
Go to jail.
Why? Why would you go to jail?
Because they fucked up.
So you talking about killing somebody at the hospital?
All I said was go to jail.
Me, on the other hand, fuck my biological kid. I done invested 10 years in this little motherfucker. Look at the braces. Look at those glasses on this little 10-year-old. Look at that fucking hairdo that I get done and paying all this goddamn money for.
An investment.
An investment. This baby is a fucking investment. So what? They don't look like me. They don't think like me. They look like somebody else out there. You can keep mine. I'm sticking with this one. This little motherfucker got braces, glasses, a great hairdo, especially if she a girl. I'm spending hundreds of dollars getting them fucking African braids. You know what I'm saying? You can keep my child. I'm sticking with this one. It's a whole investment here. And that food, and that fucking cereal that this baby like to eat. I buy.
It's the same cereal you like to eat, bro.
Love it. Love it. And I'm spending hundreds of dollars on this goddamn wardrobe. Look at this baby. Look at it from head to toe. Keep mine. I'm sticking with this one. Last week's show, I had my young cousin on here, and his mama called me. His mother called me a couple days ago, 2 days ago, and she thanked me. And if anyone knows my cousin's mother, they know that she could be a hard ass. She's hard. My whole family is hard. It's a bunch of women. It's a few men, but a bunch of women. And a lot of cousins, female cousins. And you gotta kind of like, but she called me and she thanked me for having a certain conversation with him. She felt like He listened to me. And I mean, shit, why shouldn't he? I can give him both sides. I play ball, I box a little bit. I feel like I'm the ultimate man, so to speak. So he listens to me. I hope that he took heed to it. And she thanked me for it. So that felt good. And she called me late. I thought something was wrong in the family. She called me 11:30, 12 o'clock at night to thank me.
Why would you wait that long?
I think she waited that long because she stays up late working.
Oh, that's why he said what he said.
And I think that it was probably in the middle of her working, and she checked out the podcast and seen it. But even after that show, it made me realize that I might need to play a bigger role when it comes to my younger cousins, like talking to them about certain shit. You know, not all, but some. And I'm gonna say this on camera, got punk ass daddies, like a lot of young men in the world, that's not doing what they supposed to do. You know, paying for shit is one thing, but actually going to those games and paying for camps when school is out and helping them or her towards their dream by investing in them. Paying for things doesn't mean that you're a great father. The conversation in between paying for things and after and before and showing up at those events mean that you're a great father. And all the other shit in between, the little shit that you need to do. And I'm not even a dad, but I know when I become one, I know these are the things that I'm gonna have to do. So my young cousin and all my other young cousins, my door is always open, and it will always be open. Even when I have a family, you're always welcome to get all the game possible. And I'm gonna give it to you like no one has ever given it to you before. So with that being said, tonight's topic is mixed signals. What are mixed signals to you, Juice?
In privacy, we chilling, but we go to public, you wanna act like you don't know me.
Mixed signals for me, it's sort of like the same thing. On one hand, you're like, you're telling me one thing, but you're acting another way, right? Like, so you're telling me that you want to be with me, you're in love with me, but then like when we together, I'm getting like the cold shoulder, you know, and it's not giving those vibes out in public, especially out in public. Like if a guy is giving a woman mixed signals, what do you think that is? Do you think like he's not into her, or what's your opinion on that? A guy giving a woman mixed signals.
That's a toughie, because me being a guy, I've never given mixed signals. Like if I like you, or I love you, or if I want to do something with you, you're gonna know. Like we don't need to go. Nah, I might take you to the bar, to the restaurant, whatever. But at the end of the night, you're gonna get a butt hickey.
You with these butt hickeys?
They fun. Girls kind of like them too. They kind of like them though. You know what I'm saying? At least they did back in the day. I don't know. Remember, I ain't had sex in 3 years.
That means you put a piece of whatever in front of you. You gonna hump it, lick it, suck it, kiss it.
Not whatever, but
You gonna do whatever to it.
whatever.
You talking about giving butt hickeys. You licking ass?
Nigga, that's an absolute.
You put anything that resemble a vagina in front of you, you lose your mind. I feel sorry for her.
Why would you?
3 years? That's a whole nother motherfucking podcast. 3 years, bro?
We talked about this before.
You brought it up. I wasn't even gonna fucking.
We talked about it before.
Okay, we talking about it now again because you brought it up.
So why you sweating it?
I'm not. You brought it up. You make it your business to bring it up. So who's sweating it? I've known of it for a while. You ain't fucked nothing in a while. But I don't.
Loud though.
Okay, let me say it calm. I don't think about it until you bring it up. You bring it up often. So that means who's sweating it? You are, because you bring it up often. I don't even think about it. Nigga, that's your penis that ain't getting no action. Why the fuck do I need to think about that?
So have I ever said to you, yo, bro, yo, I'm horny as shit. I need some ass.
Yes.
That one time.
Yeah. One time was just 2 weeks ago. Fuck you talking about? This nigga's crazy.
I should have never said that shit.
Well, you did.
Fuck you.
What are some signs that you experience in your own personal journey, especially with women, that made you feel like Shorty was giving you mixed signals?
Okay, boom. Like, yo, you coming over, whatever.
This has happened to you.
Yeah. Yo, you coming over, right? Yeah, I'm coming over. Now I come over, and she got all her cousins there. And I'm like, 10, 11 o'clock at night, you got all your cousins there, all your girl cousins at that. Like, I'm like, okay. So something must have happened with they men, so they need to talk to you.
That's a mixed signal to you?
Yes, absolutely. Because at that time of night, you know what I'm coming for. You know what I'm coming for. Especially when you leave the door open for me to come in.
Did you already fuck?
Absolutely. That wouldn't make no sense.
So that's not a mixed signal?
No, for me, that's a mixed signal.
Okay, this your journey. Go ahead.
Like I said before, like overtly flirting. Yo, I'm gonna cook tonight. You coming through? Yeah. Get there. No food. Oh nah, I got caught up. Whatever. Yo, you wanna go to such and such, and we can eat sandwiches or whatever. Like, I'm ready to lay up. So now I gotta go back out, get some food, and like, that's a mixed signal for me. I don't know what your definition of a mixed signal is.
I'm gonna explain mine, but your mixed signal, I don't think that's a mixed signal. I think that's miscommunication, but
what is a mixed signal? Miscommunication.
But if you already fucked, right, and she invites you over and her cousins are there and it's 11:30, that doesn't mean that you're not gonna fuck, right? Her cousins are there at the moment. What about when her cousins leave? You already got the pussy, so that can't be a mixed signal. Shorty's digging you enough to give you the pussy. So how is that a mixed signal at that point? Because her cousins are there and you come over late night, but her cousins are there. Did you spend the night at this same girl's house before?
Yeah, plenty of times.
What about when her cousins leave? You could spend the night to fuck. But at the time that you came over, her cousins were there. That's not a mixed signal. That's you with sex on the brain, right? And as soon as you walk in, you think it's supposed to be that. With you being able to spend the night, it can happen that night. It could happen later on.
So maybe signals got crossed.
But that's
what signals are. Understand what signals are, bro.
Okay. All right. A mixed signal for me is, I think that when a woman is talking that shit to me on the phone, this is just one of many. Talking that shit to me on the phone, right? Or through text messages or whatever. Making me think about sex. You pushing that shit crazy in the conversations. And then when it's you know, time for us to hang out or we're together, I don't get that vibe at all. It's more like you my homie type of vibe. But over the phone, you talking that sexy, exotic shit. At that point, what do you do with a female like that? Like, do you continue to pursue if you didn't fuck yet? If y'all didn't have sex yet, do you continue to pursue a woman like that?
Me personally, I wouldn't continue to pursue because I've always been disciplined enough. Like, I don't want her to think that she has a thing over me, even though she does. And she probably knows she does. But I'm not going to let her know that with me. Not with me. I have no issue. I have no qualms with it. No issue with that. Oh, that's what it is. Oh, okay.
But you saying that a lot of women know or feel like they have something over men because they know a majority, not all men, are controlled by that vagina.
How are you?
So a lot of women know, like, this nigga's waiting to get this ass, and he'll deal with so much until he gets it, right? So I'm gonna push it to the limit. Now, subconsciously, some women might move like that, but the conscious women are dangerous. The ones that know they got that power you in they fucking pants.
And that's why they date the ballers, and they know that.
But dating a dude with money, a vagina could come a dime a dozen. Niggas got money, right? You know, a woman knowing she has a great vagina and the nigga got money, right? Those two evils fight each other. Because the woman that's chasing the nigga with the money, right, is trying to get to the money, and she knows she give a nigga a little cooch, she could possibly get that money. And the nigga that got the money is like, she want this money, so she gonna give some pussy up for it. So it's the two evils fighting each other, bro.
But you said great vagina. It's not a great vagina. It could be any vagina. It could be any vagina. Don't have to be great for that nigga to want to test it out.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's even guys out there that had enough of it. And I'm gonna throw myself in the mix. I had enough of it where a vagina doesn't run my life at all. Even if it's a great one, that shit doesn't run my life. The problem is with a lot of dudes. See, not even okay. I think women, especially women in relationships, right? Or the conversation that's not had. And I want women to have this conversation with men. 95% of men jerk their dick. Right?
It's more than that.
95% of men jerk their dick. I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, 10 out of 10 of the men that jerk their dick get off faster jerking their dick than actually being in some vagina. And that's the conversation that women need to have with the men that's doing it, that they fuck with. Why does it take you 2 seconds to jerk your dick and get a nut off versus being in this cooch for 3 minutes or 5 minutes or however long a nigga be in it, right? That's the conversation. And once men learn the difference in why I could jerk my dick and get off in 10 seconds versus being in a vagina for 5, once they learn who they are and how they body and what they are envisioning while they're doing it, once they conquer that side, then a vagina doesn't, at that point, it doesn't, okay, you got a great vagina. And?
What else?
What else? All right, you look good. What else? What else is there? Are you supportive? Are you submissive to a sense? Bitch, can you read? Can you fucking read? Straight up and down. And that's the problem, like, with a lot of guys. Like, motherfuckers is controlled by the power of the PUSSY. You understand what I'm saying? But the problem with those men, like I said, they either late bloomers or they can't, like, they're fueled by that. Like, that's just who they are forever.
Okay, you said late bloomers. What age do you consider a late bloomer?
Mid-20s. When did you lose your virginity?
I was 16.
Okay, I was 13, going on 14. I remember the summer. Big girl. Summertime. Salty titties. High blood pressure. After. It felt great though. But when it was all said and done.
It always feel great.
It does. Them titties are sweating.
It always feel great.
That, to me, early 20s, mid-20s to late 20s is a late bloomer for sex. That's a late bloomer.
Nigga, if you 18, for me, 17, 18.
I'm never gonna play detective when it comes to mixed signals from a woman. If I'm getting mixed signals, I'm done. I don't, over the phone you telling me one thing, but then the vibe is feeling different when I'm around you. I never had a problem, and I'm not, pitching woo on a job. I'm just keeping it 110. Like, I never had a problem with women. I'm charismatic. I think I look halfway decent. I take care of my business with or without a woman. You know what I'm saying? So, and I realized, like, women love to laugh. I remember my older brother told me that. If you go make a woman laugh and you can't seal a deal after, you a whole fucking lame. You a whole lame. So, I'm never going to be trying to, like, figure it out. Like, yo, what's wrong with shorty? Like, I'm vibing with her over the phone, and then she gets around me and she's acting different. I will begin to think something is wrong with her. Like, physically. Like, something she has that she's just not quite ready to tell me that she has. I used to think that with women that wanted to give it to me fast meaning like first day. I'm like, oh, you got something, I don't want it. I'm done. But I will never, especially at this age, like, I'm not trying to play detective. Like, we are grown, we are two adults that, especially if you're feeling somebody, I think that you should be open, right? The communication, it should be there. So me trying to figure it out for us to get to the next level, no. What you want to say?
I've had that happen twice to me. Fucking with two girls. One girl I used to work with, but she was married, and social media. Then we ended up hooking up, whatever. Years later, and picked her up, brought her back to the crib. You know, we chilling, whatever. But the night before, we had a good conversation, and we were kind of talking about like what we were gonna do the next day. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm in it. I know I'm in it. And I was in it.
She gave you the ass fast.
But I knew her for like a long time.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe she might have been curious about me, whatever. But anyway, so we would still like correspond every now and again, whatever. But I didn't call her like every day. I think that's what she was looking for. I think she was looking for me like to call, like hit her up.
After you fucked?
Yeah. That's what I think she was looking for. Cause she would hit me up and like kind of sound like she had an attitude, whatever. Like, what you doing? Like, no, yo, you wanna come through or whatever?
What if she thought that the sex was whack and she never wanted you to call her again?
2 to 3 orgasms, how the sex is whack.
What if you was just something to do at the moment?
It could have been.
And maybe she wasn't looking for you to call her anymore. So, cause you said she was giving you attitude every time, right?
No, I didn't say every time.
Or she was giving you attitude?
Yeah, kind of.
You was just, maybe you was just something to do at the moment and she wanted to move on to the next.
But why would you call me with attitude?
I don't know. That's interesting. Yo, certain shit we can't answer for women. Like women are just, they different, bro. That would be a question that I would love for women to answer in the comments. Cause I don't know. I could only speak for like when men give women mixed signals, he not feeling you. He not feeling you, or he's dating multiples, right? And he's trying to make a decision on who you want to go with. So you might have to wait a while. If you feeling them, you're gonna have to stick around for a minute for him to make a decision. He ain't gonna, and a lot of men not gonna tell you that. Some men will. I feel like if a man is giving mixed signals, it could be one of many reasons, but in my head, if a man is giving a woman mixed signals, he's either not feeling her, or he's dating multiple women and he's trying to make a decision. Especially at a certain age. Like when you get a certain age, like you could be in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter meaning like you about to wrap it up forever. So you need to make the right decision on who you gonna pick to be your life partner. And that ain't some shit that you just make a decision on the first or even second date.
Ain't no Hail Mary.
At all. A guy, and even like when you get a certain age, giving mixed signals, especially for a guy, it's weird. Like it's weird, especially if you a down to earth, straight shooter, keeping it 100 type of guy.
Totally agreeing with you with that. Most guys, they don't give mixed signals. They don't know how to.
You a lie. You a lie.
No. When I mean mixed signals, and I just gave you scenarios and shit. But with guys, most guys that I know, they be like, you know I'm gonna eat your butt.
What is it? Okay, you know what?
I'm just giving an example.
All right. But your examples always has to do with eating some ass or giving a butt hickey. So let's get into this, because you obviously want to have this conversation.
I like big butts.
And you like eating them.
Can't lie. I won't deny.
When a man gives a woman mixed signals, we both agree that he's either dating multiple women or he's not feeling her. Do we both agree on that?
We could, yeah.
So, with that being said, fuck a person that's giving you mixed signals. Get out of there and get out of there fast. He's indecisive. And who's to say that years down the line, he won't be or she won't be? If a motherfucker is fucking with you, you gonna know it from the very beginning. And with a person that's really fucking with you, doesn't mean you have to come up off that snatch right away. You make them wait or make shorty wait. You know what you possess as a person. You know you loving, caring, sharing, and you know what you got going on in your life. A lot of times you don't have to show a motherfucker that you care by giving them the ass or giving shorty the dick. Just wait it out. So, mixed signals, me personally, I wouldn't go for. Especially if you gave me the number. We sat in front of each other for a second or two for you to give me your number. We might have conversed in that short period of time. And then we talking and vibing over the phone or through text messages. Or even went out on a couple dates. I feel like women know when they see a nigga right off the rip if they gonna give you some pussy or not. And I got a bunch of female cousins. And I've heard this from women. A woman know from meeting you, seeing you, I fuck this nigga. That's what they saying. That's what it crossed their mind. It like, come on. And guys know. Guys, a lot of men think with their penis. They think with the wrong head, and they'll see somebody and be like, our wife shorty. But what if she batshit crazy? And you don't know because you rushed the process. With that being said, we're gonna grab our drinks. And we're gonna close out the show with We Rollin' Bitches.